Okay, I'll try to give you a little tutorial on what I know about Bidule, which isn't much, but enough for me to be dangerous and maybe help you. First thing you want to do is when you get Bidule is just launch the program, and it will load your VST and AU instruments and all your plugins, so it will recognize them. Then once you've launched it, just quit the program and then go back and launch DP. You're going to want to launch DP first because you're going to run this in rewire mode, and if you don't have rewire, make sure it's installed. Now once I have DP set up to run, you'll notice that I've actually set up an aux track here, and for my input for the aux I've selected the Bidule device, and they should show up in your DP. So I'll just select one in this case just to get going. I'll keep this setup fairly simple. I'll also post my setup at home. I'm at my office right now, so this computer doesn't have much on it. Then I'm going to go down and launch Bidule and close the tips, and if you notice right here it says rewire mode. That's what you want to see. It has a MIDI splitter. I don't know what it does, so I get rid of it. If you don't know what it is, kill it, right? So here's your rewire mode. First thing you want to do is go up to preferences and make sure, if you select MIDI, make sure that your virtual MIDI ports, I like 16, you can go up to 32 if you want to get wild. I think the default's 4. And if you do change the MIDI ports, you're going to have to relaunch Bidule, close Bidule out, relaunch it again for it to recognize it. So I've selected 16 MIDI ports, and I go to my MIDI devices now here, inputs, and there are my 16. And I'm just going to select one input. I'll grab it, pull it over, and there's my MIDI device, which will show up in DP. Now I'm going to add an AU instrument, so I'll go to AU music devices. Like I said, I don't have much on this computer, but native instruments, I'll go to contact 3. I'll select 0 in, 2 outs. That'll give me 2 audio outs in this case. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this to Bidule 1 via MIDI. I just grab the box and cable it. So now they're connected MIDI-wise, and then this is actually the audio outputs. And I will notice the audio outputs are in blue, and I will just connect those to my rewire device. This actually has 16 inputs. Then, once that's loaded, I probably want to change this to, change the name of this, and all you have to do is hold down the control key and click, and you will get a menu here, pull down menu, and just go to rename. And I'm just going to call this strings Kirk Hunter. I guess I'm going to load in some Kirk Hunter strings, which I don't use a lot, but I actually like them. Then that's all set up. Now I just have to double click on my contact device here. It'll open up. I'll load in Kirk Hunter strings, and I'll just close that down. So that's now going to be attached. I'll just slide that down. Then if you notice, I've actually set up a MIDI track and labeled this violin tremolo and Bidule 1-1. Each MIDI device will actually allow you to select 16 channels, so you can actually put 16 different patches in one MIDI device. And then I should be able to just play this and hear it. Oh, it's cutting out, but there it goes. And you're good to go. And in this way you can set up a ton of virtual instruments without it impacting DP. And like I said, I will post my picture of my setup at home. Hopefully this will help. And I don't know much, but I know enough maybe to get you started. So hope this helped.